Don't be so precious with your craft. Do 6 simple words. Provide a great deal of wisdom. And whether you are a designer, a writer, a consultant, a financial planner, an architect, a coach, you may be tempted to focus on the technical aspect of your work. But at the end of the engagement, if you focus too much on these technical aspects, you might be missing the whole value of the work with your clients. Yes, your clients hire you to solve a problem and you come in to fix a solution and you're skilled at this. You are an expert at it. You will put all the effort into making sure that everything is perfect and accurate. But have you noticed how people don't necessarily remember what you do, what you told them, but more how you made them feel? It's a very common and famous quote I've heard, and you probably heard. People don't remember what you told them. People remember how you made them feel. And that quote has so much impact, makes so much sense in the world and the work of an advisor. What our clients consciously or unconsciously, in fact, expect from us is the emotional value that you're able to deliver through empathy, through listening, through caring, through reading cues to gauge at what moment they'll be available or not, what will make them tick, or what will turn them off. In the end, that's how we notice that makes us a better, and I was going to say a perfect or an exclusive, just a better advisor. That's what matters most. That's what matters most. So keep that in mind as you work with your clients. I remember one of the first times I discovered this was when I had a chat with a client after I had delivered a pretty long project with her and her team. And I asked her I asked her for feedback, and I asked her how did I do? What was some highlights? What is it that I could improve? And to my surprise, I was really expecting, I was really hoping she would go for, yeah, the project was really well managed. Things were very clear. The outcome's great. We ended up with a great piece. And she actually commented on these pieces, but most important for her, the most important was that I was able to read her team and make her team more coherent, consistent, cohesive through the exercise of delivering that particular piece of work. That's what mattered to her more than anything else, because the impact that it created went way beyond, like miles and miles, or even years, because they kept talking about this work years after that. Yeah, the impact went way beyond. So again, don't be so precious with your craft. Give yourself some leeway. Let go a little bit, because what matters more is beyond the scope. Another example I want to give you is one day I helped a client prep for a really high stakes keynote for a healthcare company where he had a lot on the line. My client crushed it. I developed and structured, and we rehearsed. We planned everything. It was all backed up with data. And after the event, I asked him for his feedback, and his testimonial was that I had actually infused so much positivity that he felt like I was more confident in his abilities to succeed than he was. That's the key insight for him in this work was, oh, my advisor, my coach is more confident than me. And that just propelled him to success. That was really what stood out for him. The third but opposite example I want to share with you is an example of one of my failures. One day I delivered a diagnostic to a client that was so accurate, so true. It was the perfect diagnostic. but that was also so poorly, I guess what I'm trying to say is the context that I picked to deliver it was so poorly chosen. I didn't do it the right way. I focused on reading the document with my client, and I probed him and said, are you following? Are you tracking? But that day he was just obsessed. He was just worried about so many other things, and I did not read this at all. That he was overwhelmed, and I guess that day I had terrible bedside manners. Terrible bedside manners. That's what I'm trying to say here. So the value of your engagement with your clients is beyond your craft. It's beyond the technical aspect of your process. Keep that in mind, and 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 remember that it's at least as important or more important to focus on the emotional value that you provide. I hope this helps.